Hi Aries, this is your weekly January 22nd through January 28th tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love coming towards you. In the second spread, we'll check in with those of you who are already involved with somebody, married or in a relationship. Then I'll do the love from the past spread. After that, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And we'll wrap things up with what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week. We have the Hangman clarified by the Page of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Cups. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Fool and the Emperor. And we also have Justice on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Pisces and Libra on the table. This is a bit of a strange spread, a bit of an unusual spread. Aries, you're in this reading 3 times, at least 3 times. All right, the Queen of Wands, that would be you, right? And the 2 major arcana cards in the potential outcome, the Fool and the Emperor. Those 2 major arcana cards are your major arcana cards. All right, but yeah, the Emperor is definitely your major arcana card, but at the same time, the Fool could be a card of like taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, just going for something, or it could be a card of feeling liberated of something. And it almost feels like the 2 of you have history, right? Not necessarily like the 2 of you are each other's exes. No, it doesn't feel this way. But we actually start with the Hangman, right? The Hangman is one of the slowest cards in the deck, because with the Hangman, there's a person hanging upside down and there isn't really much going on. The Hangman could be interpreted as a card of stagnation, nothing happening. At the same time, the Hangman could be interpreted as an aha moment, like a light bulb moment. You see how there's an orb around that person's head? Yeah, it could be like, oh my God, oh my God. I've known Aries for such and such for so many months or years, and it's finally dawning on me that Aries is the one. It could be something along those lines. The Hangman could also be a card of a sacrifice, right? And it's clarified by the Page of Cups. And on top of it, we have Justice on the bottom of the deck. Justice is could be a Libra you're dealing with, but Justice is a very serious card. All right, Justice is also a major arcana card. It could be an apology. The Page of Cups could also be an apology, by the way. Perhaps for some of you, it's just been stagnant between the 2 of you, and they just didn't get the point across that you were interested in them or something like that, or they were unable to make a move. Perhaps they had their own reasons, but they just couldn't tell you why. But this week, they're definitely making that move, and perhaps they'll tell you why they couldn't make it. They couldn't do it up until this point before this week. They may explain themselves to you, or perhaps they do owe you an apology for something. All right, perhaps for some of you, you know how when 2 really strong personalities meet and sometimes they collide, okay, get into fights, but then one of people reaches back out and says, you know what, we got off on the wrong foot, I'm sorry, can we try again? So it looks a bit complicated in the beginning, but both of you really want to move forward with this, right? The Queen of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, right? As I was clarifying both the King of Pentacles and you and the Queen of Wands, I simply asked how do these people feel about what's going on, and you're clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's a card of a commitment or marriage. And the King of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is all about love, genuine, authentic, true love. The King of Pentacles, by the way, is the person you're dealing with, right? So it could be an Earth sign towards Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart. If they're not an Earth sign, it could be like somebody who is an entrepreneur, it could be somebody who is wealthy, or somebody working for a financial institution. So it almost feels like this week, the 2 of you are finally getting on the same page. The 2 of you are finally able to get this off the ground. All right, and in the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the 2 of your major arcana cards. But yes, the Fool, like I mentioned earlier, is a card of taking a leap of faith or a card of liberation. So perhaps now you can finally move forward and you're like, oh my God, finally it's happening, right? The Ace of Pentacles right next to the Fool, the first card in the potential outcome. is the second ace. It's a golden opportunity ace. The Ace of Pentacles sometimes comes through as a proposal. It's a life-changing event. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This ace always comes from somebody who is ready to settle down and get serious. And Justice on the bottom of the deck, like I said, it could be an apology. It could be an actual place where people get married. It could also be like a government or agency or government organization. Perhaps that's how you know this person, through one of those. Yeah, so it's like it had a rocky start, or the two of you just were not able to move forward. But this week, it's like it almost feels like a breakthrough, right? Both of you want this, and both of you are finally able to move forward. All right, really happy for you, Aries. Congratulations. If you are already married, or if you're in a relationship, Aries, this spread is for you. We have the Moon, clarified by the Ten of Swords. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Six of Wands, and we also have the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Pisces or any zodiac sign. It feels like you guys are getting on the same page about something, and it'll feel like a victory for you, or it could be a win-win for both of you. Right? We have the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which is a card of comparing options, or trying to understand if this is something you want, or perhaps you're looking at options, right? And one of you wants one option, the other one wants another option, or perhaps it's not really internal, I guess. Perhaps this is external to your relationship or marriage. Perhaps you're trying to get something, but another person or another organization, they're like looking, should I give it to this couple, or should I sell it to this couple, or something along those lines. Perhaps you want to buy a home, or you want to buy something from a third party, and there's multiple buyers and they're looking at the buyers, or something like that. But for most of you, I think there's simply two options, right? And this week you will come to some sort of a conclusion which of the options is best. Okay, and the Moon, the first card that came out, could be a Pisces you're dealing with, but the Moon is a card of fear. It's a card. It's one of the most emotional cards in the deck, and it's clarified by the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of an ending. So perhaps you have fear that your option is not going to be the one that wins, or if you're trying to start something new together, and if you're looking at options, perhaps you have fear that it's not a good idea, if it's not going to work out, or something like that. The good news is that it's coming to an end, right? Whatever the Moon represents in your case, secrets, fear, like negative emotions, it's going to come to an end this week. And the Two of Cups, the next card over, this is when two people are on the same page. All right, two people feel the same way. Right, so the Six of Wands right next to the deck is a card of victory, success, and attention. So if you are trying to get something, and somebody is trying to decide between you, your family, your couple, or another family, another couple, I think you're going to be winning. Or if there's no external parties involved, then it could be you who will feel like you're the winner, and you're going to go with the option you want, or both of you will feel like it's a mutual victory for both of you. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but at the end of the day, like I said, the two of you are definitely getting on the same page, and there's going to be a victory. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Aries, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent names. We have Judgment. We have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. We have Strength, clarified by the Ace of Cups. And we also have the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We also have Leo on the table. Well, somebody is rushing back in. Or somebody may offer you to go somewhere with them. And by somebody, I mean an ex, right? We actually start with Judgment, which is a card of somebody coming back from the past. All right? Then we have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It could be somebody younger than you. That's for some of you. Right? But it's also the fastest night out of all for night. So it could mean that this person is going to show up out of the blue all of a sudden, or they could give you like a really short term notice, right? Perhaps they will tell you, oh, I'll be in your neighborhood, or I'm back in town. Let's get together for a cup of coffee in a couple of hours. And you're like, what? Right? But they're not coming back empty-handed, right? The Page of Pentacles clarifying The Knight of Swords, they may literally give you something, like literally give you something, something tangible, something you can hold. Or the Page of Pentacles could be like tickets to go somewhere, all right? Or they could invite you to dinner or something like that. Or they may invite you to some kind of an event that requires tickets, and they got tickets, okay? We also have Strength clarified by the Ace of Cups. This is when things are going to get interesting. Okay, Strength could be interpreted so many different ways. One way to interpret Strength is somebody holding back, but I don't really see anybody holding back. Strength could be a Leo you're dealing with, and one other way to interpret Strength is pure, raw passion. Aries, yes, passion. And it's clarified by the Ace of Cups, which is love, genuine, true, authentic love. Strength could also be a card of courage, right? Perhaps it may require courage on their end, on your end, to give it another shot. And the star on the bottom of the deck could be an Aquarius, but the star could be a card of healing, right? That's one way to interpret the star, is a healing card. And the star is also a card of a wish come true, something people usually wish for, hopeful for a very long time. Okay? So it kind of looks like a reconciliation, or at least I don't see any rejections, right? Even though Strength could be interpreted as a card of somebody holding back, but no, it doesn't feel this way. Okay? I think the two of you will at least try and see what happens. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Aries. This week we have the Tower, clarified by the Five of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Cups. Then we have the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, maybe a Sagittarius. Well, this is really good news. Really good news coming your way, Aries. And the good news is that somebody is going through a Tower moment. Okay? I know it sounds kind of strange, but that's what's happening. Perhaps you quit your job. You went and you started a new job, right? And for whatever reason you left. And one scenario in this situation is that they're going to reach out to you and tell you that everything fell apart after you left. Right? Everything fell apart and they're just desperate. Or you may just hear from somebody else who works there that things just no longer working the way they're supposed to work. And you're going to be like, aha, I knew it. You should have given me that raise, or you should have given me that promotion, or you should have kept me when I was leaving. You should have counter-offered, or something like that. For others of you, it could, if you run your own business, perhaps you're going to be hearing some bad news about a competitor. Some other company who is your competitor, they are going through rough times and you're winning. Okay? For others of you, it could be simply that you're being promoted or you're getting that raise and somebody else is going to be out of luck with the Tower and the Five of Pentacles. But that's what's happening, right? The Tower, clarified by the Five of Pentacles, so I don't think it's happening to you. It's happening to somebody else or some other company. They're definitely going through some rough times. Something is not going according to plan, or things are falling apart, or they're getting fired, or something like that. The Page of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Cups, this is a message, a notification coming your way, letting you know that someone's world is falling apart. And it's going to be good news for you. Good news for you, because the Nine of Cups, clarifying the Page of Wands, is a card of a satisfaction, right? And you yourself, you're the Queen of Wands, is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, another nine. The Nine of Pentacles is a great card to have when it comes to work, business, and finances. It's a card of somebody who has got money in the bank. It's a card of somebody who's got all eyes on them. Somebody who is doing very well financially. Somebody who's glowing up. Somebody who feels like somebody who is respected. You know, that type of an energy. That's how you will feel about this. Right? And the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it could be like a fortunate turn of events for you. Right? And or it could start a new cycle in your life. Because you are on top. You're on top of the game. You're on top of the world. I hope this makes sense. Alright? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Aries. We have the Five of Wands, clarified by the King of Cups. We have Temperance. Then we have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have Sagittarius. I'm not sure who this King of Cups is to you. Aries, could be anybody, right? And you either already got into a fight with them or some sort of a confrontation, or about to get into a fight or confrontation. But the good news is that they will want to bury the hatchet with you. They'll come back, or they'll come towards you, and they will, I think they will feel sorry for what they did, and they'll want to like either compensate you or give you something, or something among those lines. They're going to come back extending an olive branch, right? For some of you, literally, right? The Page of Pentacles right next to the deck is the last card that came out, and this is what they're going to offer you, because the Page of Pentacles often is something tangible, something you can touch. So they will either compensate you monetarily, or they will do something for you, or give you something. Could be tickets, could be a gift certificate, I don't know, something along those lines. But yes, the King of Cups all the way to your left is clarifying the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of a competition, or most likely drama, fight, confrontation, right? And the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is a card of balance, equal give and take. So they will want to reestablish this balance between you and them. And it's going to be up to you whether you want to accept that Page of Pentacles or not. But yeah, they want to normalize your connection, whatever the nature of this connection is. Because Temperance is a card of healing. Alright, so that's what I have for you, Aries, for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Aries, have an amazing week.